Hey guys, it's Caroline from Monday, and today my topic is mainly going to be about food. A lot of POTS patients struggle with things that they can and can't eat, and it's sometimes difficult to find something that you like and something that will not upset your stomach. So I am going to give you guys some ideas that work for me. I have a bunch of food that I like and that work well with me, and some foods that I stay away from just because it upsets my stomach and just doesn't sit well. I hope that this is a helpful video to those who just don't know what to do and don't know what to eat. And maybe it'll give you some ideas of what to try. First off, everyone is different. Everyone reacts differently to different foods, and what necessarily works for me might not work for you. So these are just the things that work well for me and something that you may want to try and see if it helps you. So to start off, this is something I've talked about before. Breakfast foods never agree with me. It's just, the eggs and the bread and the all of the breakfast foods that are really heavy. And I feel like most generic American breakfast foods, like cereal, eggs, and a bunch of other things like bagels, are really heavy and they don't last long. When I say they don't last long, I mean that they don't have enough protein to last long enough till lunchtime. If breakfast is like 7 o'clock and then lunchtime's at 11 or 12. That's a big margin to have stability in your blood pressure. And I had just been in the past struggling with, I just have to eat these breakfast foods because that's what you eat for breakfast. You don't have, this is a bad example, but growing up, you're like, you don't have pizza for breakfast because that's just weird. But what I figured out is it's fine, it's totally fine to eat regular food other than breakfast food for breakfast. And some of the things that really work well for me, is rice and chicken and then a vegetable like broccoli or peas or kale together in this rice chicken mix in a bowl, and then you just pop it in the microwave because you make extras and put them in the fridge so you can have them for the morning, so you don't have to, cook in the morning when you have no food in your system. And I think that works really well for me. It has the protein from the chicken and the rice and, the greens from the kale or the peas or anything you want to put in there. And then you put salt all over it. And this is something I actually like with salt because rice I really like with salt, with chicken and peas. It works really well and it's salty, so that's good for you too. So this is my go-to breakfast and I really like eating this. Another thing for those who cannot have a meal right out of bed, I know a lot of people with this illness just don't eat in the morning. And you're nauseous and you don't want to eat big breakfast foods, and I totally get that. I have had some mornings where I just really just don't want to eat, but things that you can put in your stomach that isn't all or nothing deal, not a big meal, rice cakes really work well. So they're just dried rice cakes. Let me go get them, I can actually show you. This is just a certain kind of rice cake you can get. There's another kind that I'll probably say below, but this just rice cakes, and I'll just show you through the bottom, but they just look like that, and they're just little big crackers. And you just either eat one of these just as is. It doesn't have much protein, that's why I'm going on to something else to put on top of it, but it let something be in your stomach and it's not heavy at all. It's really, really light. and it just gets you started in the day. It gives you something. But something you can add on top of the rice cakes if you cannot eat something big in the morning is, peanut butter or almond butter, something that you like. I choose almond butter. I like almond butter, and this is the brand I like. But I just put the almond butter on top of it and eat it, and it tastes great. It's really light, and the almond butter gives you protein. It has like 6 grams of protein per 2 tablespoons, and that's just about how much you would put on top. So that gives you some protein, and you can put some jam on top if you want. I usually put jam on top of the peanut butter, but you can use jam just to put on top of the rice cake if you want, or honey or something like that. But that just gets you going in the morning. It gives you something instead of just not eating anything and letting your stomach be empty. Another tip is throughout the day, eat small portions regularly. This really helps me. I eat breakfast, and then I have small portions of snacks, and then I have lunch, and then again till dinner. And I just add in these things so that my blood pressure keeps steady and I don't have these big drops when I don't have any food in my stomach. And I do not like eating a lot of food, and I cannot tolerate eating a lot of food at one time to get me through those hours to lunch, because it's just too much in your stomach, and it's too much of your blood is going to your digestive system and trying to digest that, and it just makes you feel sick. So having smaller meals and spacing it out frequently throughout the day really helps. And those snacks that I was talking about to put between meals, you want to get something that has protein to keep you going, but not too big of like a meal in between meals. So I like to have like nuts. These are almonds, but almonds have a lot of protein, and just 1/4 of a cup has like 8 grams of protein. This is not exact, but that's about how much it has. And also pumpkin seeds have a ton of protein. You can get them salted if you want, so that would add some salt to your diet. And you can just have these in the middle of like the period between breakfast and lunch. You can have snacks like that with some fruit or something, but it's just something light that can give you protein to make your blood sugar go up. Something else that I like to have, especially after like I work out or something, but it's a snack-like deal. I like Luna bars. I know that these have added protein, and this may not work for some people who have sensitive stomachs because it does have the added protein. I have protein powder too, so I'm not sensitive to this, but I just find these really good to have. They might not work for you. I mean, they don't work for my mom, who has a more sensitive stomach, but they have 10 grams of protein in this, and I like the vanilla almond ones. And finally, another like granola bar type thing it's this brand that I really like, and they have like 3 flavors: blueberry, cranberry, and chocolate chip coconut that I've seen. But this is from my local like food co-op, so they might not have it where you are, but they're just really light. They're called whatever bars. Gluten-free, dairy-free, wheat-free bars. There are just a bunch of things in here that are not likely to upset your stomach if you have problems with gluten or dairy or anything like that. It just has like rice blends and gluten-free oats and quinoa. I'm just reading it right now. And yeah, and some like nut like things like almonds and chia seeds and salt. So I really like these. They don't have a lot of protein. It's probably like 2 grams of protein. Yeah, 2 grams of protein per bar, but they're nice too. My last tip for you guys would probably be no caffeine. I know that there are a lot of products out there that do have caffeine in it, and you may not realize that it does, but a lot of products like drinks and teas and iced teas. It's like even the teas that you buy in those little bags and do it yourself, they have caffeine. So you have to really be careful and check, because that can make your blood pressure go up, and that is not good. Not blood pressure, pulse. A lot of sodas also have caffeine, so you have to be very careful about that. For me, I do not drink soda, and I don't really drink energy drinks or anything like that, except for, I can show you in a sec. It's like an electrolyte drink, and I have it here. These are really nice. I know that a lot of people like Gatorade, but Gatorade does have a lot of added sugars and food coloring and all that bad stuff. I know there are a lot of studies on it too. And an alternative would be find something like this. And I don't know if you guys have this. Our store does. I think some places do. It's by RW. I can't pronounce this. KNUDSEN. Anyway, it's called Recharge, and it has electrolytes in it and it's organic, and it's just a sports drink, and it has a lot of salt and stuff, but you can't taste it. So I really like to drink that after I work out or during the day. But it is really good. It comes in all kinds of juices, like tropical, grape, lemon. I can't remember all of them, but I like the lemonade the best. So yeah, so don't put caffeine into your diet, and don't eat the heavy stuff, especially fried food. Fried food gets you. But so I hope this video is very helpful to you all on how to manage a diet. I put that in air quotes because it's not really a diet, it's just eating and spacing it out and eating certain foods that don't upset your stomach. But this diet for POTS. I'm just going to insert a quick question, and I am wondering from you girls and any viewers who want to answer this question in the comments below, what you like to eat and what sits well with you. I mean, I would like to learn more about different things that I haven't tried yet and different food options I can insert into my diet. So leave a comment below if you have any ideas of foods that work well for you and sit well in your stomach. I hope everyone's doing well, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!